Last time on Improv Tabletop, a trio of friends decided to join together to travel to Citadel Advent on the night before the celebration of Midwinter to see King Kringle's workshop and all the festivities happening there. They arrived, they enjoyed some of the festivities, they got some sweaters, they tried to get some cookbooks and some figurines but failed, and amidst all of this celebration, the reindeer were emerging from the stable as if to herald the oncoming of King Kringle himself, but turns out it was not King Kringle, it was a strange interloper who froze the hearts of the reindeer, turning them aggressive, making them his protectors to try and stop our heroes from stopping his interloping. Yes, that definitely makes sense. Anyway, our heroes have been fighting against these reindeer. How are they going to stop them and stop the man who's trying to stop Christmas? Let's find out here in this very special holiday adventure. Yeah, Cupid's down as well. Now we only have Prancer, Donner, and Blitzen left.
Okay, I'm gonna still be on the ground, and I'm just gonna go, I'm so tired. Okay, and then I'm gonna, tell me if I'm doing this correctly. I'm gonna use my dragon shout, and I'm just gonna shoot my mechanical fist at whoever's next to me.
Okay, Prancer is the one that's closest to you, because he was the one that just pile-drived Renew into you.
That is true. So then I'm just gonna, turn my fist aside and just be like, this is so much work. Just go down, you stupid reindeer, oh my gosh. And then my metal fist explodes from my arm to punch him.
All right, so this is one of the monk's potential abilities that they can gain, Dragon Shout. It lets you volley with your unarmed strikes. So we're going to have you volley with Wisdom instead of Dex.
Yeah.
When you take aim and attack an enemy at range, roll, in this case, plus Wisdom. What do you got?
7 + 2 is 9.
9, okay, partial success. So you're going to deal your damage, but you have to choose one of these drawbacks. Either you have to move or hold steady to get you in the shot, placing you in danger as described by me. You have to take what you can get, your damage roll gets disadvantage, or you have to take several shots and you will have to spend a flow in order to deal the shot.
I'll just be like, I have to sit up. And then I'll sit up.
As you're taking your aim.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you sit up, you fire your fist off directly at Prancer and hits him straight in the face. He goes pinwheeling backwards. He's only got 1 hit point left.
Oh, then yes, I get him.
Yes, you get him. But the dangerous position that I'm going to describe you being in is you hear a snort and you feel hot breath on the back of your neck.
Oh, I'm not available, sorry.
No one's home.
No one's home.
Yeah, Dulcrum, you see right behind Reiki are 2 reindeer, and you see that one of them is just vibrating with sonic energy, and the other one has lightning crackling between its antlers, and they're both just staring down at your friend.
I'm a-coming. I'm going to run up to them, and I'm going to use one of my supplies. I'm going to pull out a snow globe,
Ooh.
and I'm going to put it on my big belly, because there's a little shelf there, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it on my big belly, and I reach my 2 hands out, and I put it right on their muzzles. And I should ask the GM if I can do this. So my Divine Ward, I can call upon your deity for protection for yourself or an ally. And then with my Purification, one of the options is a malign influence upon their mind or soul is expelled.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Good use.
They're not an ally, but could I say Comet and Blitzen are allies?
Yeah, roll plus Wisdom for your Define Ward.
Okay. And I'm using my Holy Circle as well, so I can do it to both of them.
Man, Holy Circle is so good.
Yeah, it's such a good thing to have.
It's good.
Be good, be good, be... Oh, no. I do have Inspiration.
Use it.
I'm just going to roll another D6.
I'll let you use your inspiration to re-roll the entire thing, actually.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, come on. There we go. 9 to 11 total.
Yeah!
11, full success. So you get to choose 2 effects that you can put on Donner and Blitzen here.
I will also cure them of any poison and disease that has afflicted them. So I don't know if they're tired from this ordeal, but I'll pull all whatever this green icky goo energy, whatever, pull it out of their face and put it into the snow globe.
Yeah.
And I now have a snow globe of Grinch goo or whatever it is.
Yeah, you see both of them, you clasp onto their snouts and they're like, and then you start pulling the sickness out of them and they're just like, and they start like flailing around, but you've got them in your big ol' hands and you're just like holding them in place. Reiki, this is happening immediately above you while you're just sitting on the floor.
I look down, I make eye contact, and I just say, "Oh, just your typical exorcism. Don't worry, it's okay."
And after a while, just like you said, the malign influence over these deers has been sucked out into this snow globe, and there's a little and you look into the snow globe and you see it was like this little house with Santa's sleigh on top of it, and you see Santa inside has been replaced with this green furry figure wearing Santa's suit.
Ooh.
Or King Kringle. King Kringle, that's who it is.
Right, yes.
And both of these reindeer fall asleep peacefully.
And right as they hit the floor, I hit the button on my sweater and it goes, meow. And I say, wow, we got ourselves in a furry situation there.
As Reiki does this, I lick both my paws and slick my fur back on my head so my ears kind of like come back, and I straighten up a little bit and I start sauntering the direction that the cat went.
Mm-hmm. And you see
I need to purify you.
You see that the cat is sitting at one of the abandoned snack tables with a cup of holiday punch and is just sipping nonchalantly from it.
Enchanté, monsieur. You drink around here often?
And turns back towards you and just says, "Si. Si, senor."
Oh, a Spaniard cat. Oh, my parents would be so disappointed.
Oh, boy. Well, defy danger charisma to see how that flirting works on him.
Oh, that's good. 11 plus 1, that's a 12, baby.
Oh,
my gosh.
yeah. And he turns back. He turns back to you and is like, "My parents as well, but perhaps they do not need to know about this," and places a claw over your mouth.
Oh.
Can I shout from over there as we're all watching him do this? And I shout, "My parents are dead!" in an aid.
Oh.
Because I thought he was doing poorly because the claw was on his face.
You're trying to assist me by yelling, "My parents are dead"?
Yes.
And you hear from off to the side, "So am mine."
Who's that?
It's the sweater merchant.
That's my new friend.
And I look back at my friends, and I look back. Hey, excuse me, my friends, you know, they are useless without me. So we will have to pick this up later.
And pick it up we shall.
I'm not curing this poison. What am I saying?
I think this is true love.
I'm gonna let
I
this
think
run
it's
out.
true love. Are you in love?
As I walk back towards them, I make sure my tail swishes extra.
A little flourish.
Yeah. I've been really trying. I have not even gotten close, but I've been really trying for a long time to like be able to like crack my tail like a whip. So I'm just like kind of like flicking it, but it just kind of looks a little awkward.
That's honestly,
Amazing.
that's hot. That's cool.
So now that you have defeated all of the reindeer, the way into the stables behind is open to you.
Look, my friends, I really need to impress my friend over there, so
What's their name?
I really should have grabbed that. Excuse-moi, what is your name?
Pib.
Oh, Pib. What a fascinating name.
Thank you, Mr. Pib.
I'll give you inspiration for that. Why not?
I lean over to Reiki and just whisper, "I believe I can help him here, but I don't think I should intervene in matters of heart. I should not intervene, do you think?"
Let's play it out, because I'm not going to lie, this is probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me today.
And it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable.
I know, did you see how he tried to flick his tail? He can't do it yet, but I believe in him.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Is it like how you say where you're from, where they say, "Oh, bless your heart"?
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
I knew it was like that.
Now, for Pib, shall we? And I'd like to lead them into the building.
All right. So you head up into the stables and you can see there are empty stalls on either side where the reindeer had been stabled up. And on the farthest side is another door, very nicely decorated, and peering through, there's what appears to be almost like a living room or something on the other side.
Any decoration in the stalls?
The stalls themselves are definitely more festive than your average reindeer stall. You know what? Discern realities for me.
Discern them. I hardly know
That's
her.
plus intelligence?
Plus wisdom for discern realities.
Plus wisdom. Okay.
And I was going to ask, can I join that?
Yeah, go for it.
I got a 10.
10. All right, so you're going to get 3 questions from the list. Dulcrum, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
All right, so you get 1 question from the list.
I'm going to ask, what is about to happen, and what should I be on the lookout for?
All right. You get 3 questions, in fact, for a full success.
Well. What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? And who's really in control here?
Yeah, you are looking through the stables, and you are peering around trying to find something of interest, and not too far from the door on the other side of the stables, you see a little book that has been dropped on the ground.
Luckily, I am literate.
So proud.
And I will pick up the book.
All right, so that's what you should be on the lookout for. Who's really in control here? You look at the cover, and it says Grinch's Secret Diary. Do not open. XX, like X-eyed skull and crossbones.
Oh, not XOXO.
No.
Richie girl.
The opposite, in fact.
And then as I open it, what is about to happen?
And it's talking about how the Grinch has to keep Christmas from coming, and the only way to do that is to literally kill King Kringle.
Okay.
So much more violent than I remember.
As Pib would say, that's no bueno.
Shut up. What? Don't give him anything for that.
Okay.
The question I'd like to ask is, what happened here recently?
Yeah, you're looking for signs of struggle, essentially. And you can see, like, you're looking for footprints, etc., and you see these big, like, booted dwarven footprints, where it's like, okay, King Kringle was here. King Kringle loaded up the sleigh, King Kringle reined up the reindeer and everything, and then got into a fight. Something else appeared, presumably the Grinch showed up, and you can see that there is actually, like, a hole burrowed into one of the walls on, like, the far side of one of the reindeer stalls, and you peer through it, and you can feel cold air blowing down from the outside. And so it's like, dang, the Grinch showed up, he, like, burrowed through this wall from the outside, hopped King Kringle, and where is King Kringle now?
Honestly, I am just glad that this is a run-of-the-mill Grinch and not the more dangerous Grunch.
I've not heard of this Grunch. Do tell. Tell me now.
It's like a Grinch, but it has a gun.
What?
Oh no, that's the Gunch.
Oh, that's a Gunch. My bad.
Yeah, that is a shout out to Tetraslash on the Discord for always having the Gunch as their profile pic. But yeah, Renew, you're here close to the door leading to this room on the other side, and you can hear like gentle music coming from the other side of the door.
And I will do the very classic and open up the door.
Yeah, and on the other side, it's a very, very cozy room. The lighting is low from a fireplace on the far wall. In fact, there are 4 fireplaces on the far wall. Each one of them has a single stocking hanging in front of it, and other things of interest you notice. The wall to the left of you, there is a large mouse hole-shaped door and a shuttered window next to it. And then on the right-hand wall, there are 4 beds lining it, holding carved wooden dolls of lifelike proportions.
These dolls wouldn't happen to be nutcrackers, would they?
They are not nutcrackers.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness for Renew, right? Because it is part of your paladin oath to never let a nutcracker live.
Just couldn't do that. All right.
Can I use Shinobi and just walk through the room?
Yeah. So this is a lovely ability that the monk gets, or that the monk can choose. When you hide in shadows or darkness, you cannot be detected by any means until you reveal yourself. You just disappear until you decide you want to be seen again. So yeah, you hide into the shadows in the corners of the room. You are completely undetected. What would you like to do?
I want to go take a look at these dolls.
Yeah, you take a peek at them, and there are 2 different sizes of beds with 2 different sizes of dolls in them. You see there are 2 smaller beds containing child-sized dolls, and you notice that they are lying on top of the blankets. And then 2 larger beds containing 2 dolls, one carved like a mother, one carved like a father. They are already under the covers. And one other thing you notice with each of these dolls is there's a little door in each of their foreheads.
What the heck?
Oh, well, they probably need to be covered up. They're so cold. Kids need not to be cold.
So you're gonna tuck them in?
I'm gonna tuck in the kids.
All right, as you do that, you hear a little chiming noise come from the window that has the shutters in front of it.
I will slunk to the window
A rather tight pinch.
and peer through the shutters.
Yeah, you can see through the shutters, there is a sash window on the other side. A sash window is the kind that has like a section that you move up and down to open it. There are 2 panels in the upper portion of the window, 2 panels in the lower portion of the window, and you see the upper right portion is sort of blinking on and off slowly with arcane light.
Oh.
I did something.
Is this like, oh my goodness, I think this is an escape room for me.
Would you like some help?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come in and I'll look at the 4 fireplaces.
Yeah.
Are they all lit?
Each fireplace is lit, and you look at each of these fireplaces, 4 fireplaces, each one has 4 hooks, but each one only has a single stocking in front of it. And you see each of the stockings is embroidered with a word, and from left to right, those words are rest, sweetness, care, and security.
Rest,
Sweetness,
sweetness.
care, security. Security. I have a thought.
What is your thought?
Well, the security might be like the dad because he wants to have everything secure for his family. Care is like the mom because she cares for her babies. And sweetness is like the baby of the family. And what's the other one?
Rest.
Rest is like the oldest baby because sometimes when you're the oldest, you need to get rest because you have to help take care of everybody.
Sounds
Spoken like a
an
true
oldest
first child.
Yes, oui. The omniscient voice in the sky gets it.
Yes.
I heard rest and I was like, where's the college student?
I do agree that there is probably some very important order.
Do we open their foreheads?
I mean,
Is there something in the sock?
Ah, yes. Which sock would you like to look inside?
I'll start with security.
There is a key inside.
My friends, I'm gonna stick a key in a dude's head and I put it in the dad's door and close it.
So you open up the door on the dad's head and you see there is already something inside. There is a carved wooden brain, but it doesn't look like it's seated properly.
right, let me help with that. And I will jostle it to get it correct. And then, sorry.
Yeah, you kind of flip it around, put it in, and it seats into place. There's a little click, and you hear a little chime come from the window.
Oh,
Ba-ding! That means we did good.
we did a bading.
Let's fix all their brains.
I guess the father brain was backwards. Should we look at the mother brain?
Mother Brain Metroid reference. Anyway, you look in and you see the mother's brain is also all askew, so you set it in place, and there's another little ding, and you can see from the window the top 2 portions. Both of those panes are blinking on and off slowly, but have not fully lit up yet.
The children have the hole in their head.
Yep, you open up the children's doors and they're empty.
Oh, no.
Classic.
They haven't been to school.
Might I look around the room? Are there perhaps sugar plum fairies or something to stick in their brains?
Where would you like to look?
Well, the mouse door is very appealing to me. I am a mouse.
The mouse door is locked.
As soon as I see a locked door, I just beeline.
I know what to do with this.
Yep, you unlock the door and open it up, and on the other side you see a clockwork mouse, and in one hand it has a mug, and with the other hand it is slowly stirring that mug with a spoon.
Is there anything in it?
No, it's an empty cup, but this mouse is just sitting here stirring.
Well, we must give my brother something to drink. Let's look in one of them, their socks. We have so many socks.
All right, which one would you like to look in? We've still got rest, sweetness, and care.
I say sweetness because I think sugar plums might be in there.
And in fact, there are 2 sugar plums inside of this stocking.
I do believe I have solved your riddle, puzzle master. And I will take these 2 sugar
You
plums.
sound like the frog from the Swan Princess right now.
Jean Bob.
Yes.
You should write a book. How to insult... No, that's the swan who says that.
No. That's Prince Derek's advisor.
Oh, yeah, how to offend a woman.
And have your back legs fried in butter.
That's the frog. Yeah, I'll stick the sugar plums in the kids' brains.
All right, so now that the children have been nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads, you hear a chime coming from the window, and the upper right portion is glowing fast. No blinking, it is just now completely lit.
All right.
I would like to spout lore,
Yes.
and I am a theologian, so I get to add my wisdom instead of my intelligence.
Correct. Go for it.
Oh, whoa! Double ones!
Ooh,
Well, mark experience.
that's rough, bud.
Was the night before Krunkle, miss? And all through the bed. Moving on.
But wait. Oh, not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. We have to kill the mouse.
I think there might be a better way. I know here we like to say yes and, but I'm going to say no but. Maybe we should not kill him. Perhaps we should stop him stirring.
No, I think
all.
that's in the poem. There's a bit about stabbing a mouse not in his left temple. I do believe
No,
it.
he's right.
That's definitely part of the poem.
He's a theologist.
And I am a mouse. I think I would remember the part about the mouse, yes?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm going to go to the one that says rest.
All right, inside of this, there is a kerchief and a nightcap.
Ah, Ma in her kerchief and Pa in his cap. And I struggle over and tie it in a little knot and tuck it on the head.
All right, and now the upper left pane is glowing brightly. It is fully lit.
Let me get this. Oh. Are you gonna stab the mouse?
Please don't stab the mouse.
Murder the mouse. The only way. The only way.
Okay, the last one. What was it again? Care.
Yes, the care stocking is empty.
I can't remember the poem.
'Tis the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even the mouse. Something and something and something. I don't know the rest. I just know that part.
I was gonna ask Parole to look up the poem, just to like.
Can we look around the room again?
Care. I have to give him a hug.
Ooh.
The mouse.
And show him that I care.
You're not stabbing him, so I'm not going to stop you.
Okay,
No, please don't stab him.
let's try that.
All right, you're going to hug the mouse.
And then I whisper in his big ears, and I say,
Please stop stirring. Oh my gosh. I don't want to kill you.
All right, so you hug the mouse, and you can feel like the arms underneath yours have stopped moving, and you can hear like the big key turning on his back starts to kind of strain and struggle against the gearbox inside.
You keep hugging him. I'm just going to come behind and try to pull out the key on his back.
All right, you pull out the key, and you hear the mechanisms inside click to a stop, and the lower left pane of the window lights up.
I did it.
You are so very talented.
I'm glad that wasn't the answer.
All right, so there's only one pane left.
Oh, I do, if I recall correctly, and I may be incorrect, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the other stockings all off of the other chimneys and just hang them on
Off the
wall.
what?
Kenna makes fun of me for the way I say chimneys because I say it right.
He says, chimneys.
Have you seen my driving moccasins? They're by the chimney.
I don't see my driving moccasins anywhere.
Anyway, I'm going to go to the other chimneys and I'm going to pull off every stocking and hang them by the chimney with care.
All right, and now we see it is the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings are hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children are nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums dance in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief and Pa in his cap have just settled their brains for a long winter's nap, when from the other side of the window there arises such a clatter, it springs open, and you see on the other side of the window, all four panes now lit, there is a tube descending down, and you can see there are bands of red and green lights that alternate flashing down this tube.
Well, I guess we got to dump at the crumpet.
And I jump in.
All right.
I'm coming, and I jump in after.
As he gets stuck, I kind of push him a little bit. And then I jump in afterwards.
All right. So you all begin sliding quicker and quicker down through this tunnel until finally you land with a thwump on a large downstuffed mattress. And before you, you see the vaulted majesty of what must be King Kringle's personal forge. You see there is a large forge and anvil dominating the center of the room, though it is presently cold and dark. And situated along the walls are work tables with racks of tools and various toys of immense proportions atop them. In each of the four corners of this massive room is a clockwork bell tower, each one with a massive silver bell shining at its peak. And amid the silence you hear a straining and scuffling noises coming from the forge as if something is moving about inside of it.
I run and go check it.
It's dangerous to go into the forge.
King Kringle? King Kringle, is that you?
You look inside, and what you see is the hairy green hand from before, but attached to a creature, wearing a red and white suit but covered head to toe in green fur. The same green creature that you saw in the snow globe. And you see there is a large pair of earmuffs straddling its head, completely drowning its ears in a sea of fur, and it turns to look at you with yellow eyes wide, just as it has dropped a bundle of kindling inside the forge. And you see, lying on top of this pile of wood is a bound, unconscious dwarf with a magnificent white beard. And the green being looks at you in surprise with a single matchstick twitching in the corner of its mouth, and he says, "Ah, I see my heart of ice did not keep adventurers from coming. But now I shall slay you all and add your corpses to this funeral pyre, along with your precious King Kringle." And you see the Grinch leaps up through the chimney of the forge, straddling 1 foot on either side, and pulls out a large, sharpened candy cane spear and snarls at you all. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm up front, huh? There's only one thing that's gonna slay tonight, and it's gonna be King Kringle.
Got him.
Yeah.
I love it.
And as he says that, the two of us, freeze frame pose, come up behind, and it's like we're just ready to rock.
I'm on the back of Andy.
And I've got sword and shield out, and I say, "Let's rock around the Christmas tree." And then I'm gonna run forward and try and stab the Grinch.
Cool one-lines are hard. They're hard, guys.
All right, he's on top of the forge, so he's probably a good 8 feet above you right now.
Oh, and I am not a tall mouse. In that case, I will instead, I'm just going to run forward, and I'm going to, as we discussed earlier, defend preemptively.
All right, roll plus con.
And I'm going to do Shield of Faith. Let me just mark an XP really quick.
Oh, that sounds like it was such a great roll.
It was just the best.
It was a 5.
A 5. Okay, so you hunker down, getting ready to defend against the Grinch, and he smirks at you and points behind you, and you see a ray of ice shoots out from his fingertip and strikes something on the far side of the wall, and you hear a wooden clattering behind you, and you turn to see one of the toys is now covered with ice, just like the reindeer were, and it starts marching towards you, its mouth click, click, clicking shut. A giant nutcracker begins advancing towards you.
Oh no.
Well, I'm going to have to leave you to my friends, because I am otherwise engaged. And I'm going to turn to face the nutcracker.
All right.
Oh no.
Never let a nutcracker live. That is part of your paladin's oath. Reiki, your friend Renu is very distracted by this nutcracker at the moment.
You said he used the candy cane spear?
Yeah, he pointed it towards the nutcracker and shot a bolt of ice at it and turned it to life.
Okay, so in order to use a secret technique, I have to mark a flow, right?
So here's the way that your secret techniques work. When you use the secret techniques of your martial arts to disable an enemy, choose an effect and describe how you do it. This is kind of like a stunning strike in D&D. That's one of the options. You could stun an enemy, you could try and knock something out of their hand, and then you roll plus wisdom. If you get a full success, you inflict the desired effect just normal, but if you get a partial success, then you're going to have to either spend a flow to get the effect, or be exposed to the enemy's counterattack.
Okay, so here, let me explain what I want to do. I want to use my robot hand to dragon shout and punch the candy cane spear out of his hand. So and that would be a secret technique where you knock something they're holding out of their hands.
Yes, so either one of those is going to be, let's have you roll plus wisdom, for secret techniques.
Okay. That is an 8, but I can mark a flow.
Yeah, if you mark a flow or expose yourself to the Grinch's counterattack, you can still get the effect on a partial success.
I'm going to mark a flow.
Okay, so you shoot your fist and it reaches out and grabs the candy cane from the Grinch's hand and continues speeding off. The Grinch looks after it in dismay, and before the arc pulls it back towards you, you see it flies up to one of those bell towers, and the spiked tip of the candy cane spear clips this silver bell at the top of the clock tower on the way back to you, and you see the clockwork has activated, and it begins chiming over and over again in a rhythmic pattern, the note changing a little bit as it goes. And when this happens, the Grinch looks at it and scowls, clamps the earmuffs tighter down on his head, and looks at you with his candy cane spear in your hand and pulls up his sleeves like he's not happy about it.
Oh, thank you for this Christmas present. That's so nice of you.
And then I smile at him and hope that he smiles back at me.
He leaps down to try and get you.
Oh, good.
So while the Grinch is doing that, Renew or Dolcrum, is there anything that either of you would like to do?
Yes. I'm going to look over at what I'm sure there's a plate of cookies and a glass of milk in King Kringle's forge.
Oh yeah, right by the forge, there's a little snack table.
Love it. All right, I'm going to use my invocation. My invocation commands something your deity represents, which is food. I want to take the cookies first. And in Avatar, when he squeezes his fist and you see boulders get more compact, I'm going to compact all the cookies into this cannonball. And I want to attack him with this cloud of cookies, all compacted cookie bullets.
That's awesome.
Choo, 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 choo.
All right. Yeah, roll plus wisdom.
8 plus 2, 10 total.
All right, that is a full success. So there are no demands that your deity is going to make of you.
Nice.
Let's have you roll damage.
Is that just a d6?
Yep, D6 for a cleric.
5.
5 damage to the Grinch. So you start peppering him with bits of cookies. He leaps down to try and land on Reiki and gets knocked off to the side by this barrage of cookie bits. And you're trying to sort of maneuver him away from your friends. And as you're doing so, some of the cookie bits are flying off and peppering the wall, and one of them flies off and hits the second bell tower up in the other corner. And you can now see this one has also begun working, and they begin chiming one immediately after the other. So there's a dun 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 dun, and they just keep repeating that phrase over and over again.
We need to complete the song, friends.
Now, one thing that the Grinch does, though, in response to your attack, he scowls and points a finger now. It turns out the magic was inside him all along, not his spear. But he points to a giant jack-in-the-box on the side of the room, and it also starts to animate itself and to leap towards you. So there's a jack-in-the-box, there's a nutcracker, all moving towards you. Let's see, Renew, you haven't acted in a bit. What are you up to?
I am deaf to the bells. All I hear is the blood in my own ears, and all I see is my enemy before me.
Oh, man.
We do get a close-up zoom of the camera of just my fist around the pommel of my sword, and you just hear the leather of my greaves creak as my fist tightens. And then just a flash, and I'm gone, and I'm right up in his face, and I'm gonna try and take this guy out. I'm doing a full-out attack.
All right, hack and slash.
That's an 11 to hit, and I'm going to invoke my Paladin's Oath.
Ooh.
Using one of my Zeal to gain advantage on my damage roll and the Forceful tag to my attack.
All right. And do you want to do extra damage, or do you want to avoid the Nutcracker's attack?
Extra damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage with advantage.
All right, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, or and 11 damage.
All right. So, yeah, you go rushing in and you're like trying to sweep and sidestep this thing. You know that nutcrackers are tricky. It goes in to try and bite you, and you hold out your arm that has the buckler on it, and it clamps its teeth around your arm. So you do take its counterattack. It's going to deal 6 points of damage to you as you feel the metal of your buckler crushing into your greaves.
Is any of that piercing?
It is not piercing.
All right.
So you only take 3 damage, but now you have it exactly where you want it.
And I smile up and I say, "You're all the same. Nothing but fools." And then I stab him so he flies backwards into the next bell tower.
All right. So yeah, he goes flying, spiraling up through the air, slams into the bell, smashes into smithereens, and the third bell is now chiming, dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yes!
Reiki, you see that the Grinch is advancing towards you angrily. What would you like to do?
I want to yank off his headphones.
All right. Yeah, let's have you just defy danger dexterity here, I think, to grapple them away.
Oh, yeah.
13.
13. Holy cow.
I rolled
yeah.
a 12 and I have a +1.
Yeah, what does your awesome acrobatic move look like here?
I'm gonna run and use the jack-in-the-box to throw myself in the air as he pops up, and then stick the candy cane spear between his head and the headphones, flip him up into the air, and then as I land, I catch them, and then go, holy crap.
That actually worked.
Whoa.
That was really cool. Hey, Mr. Grinch, did you see that?
He's a little distracted at the moment. He hears the chiming coming in from these 3 bells, and you see his chest bursts outward, and he clutches at it with his hands, and then twice more, boom, boom, he is staggering on his feet, and you can hear a beating beginning to fill the room.
Dolkrum, finish him.
I think I can do this. I'm going to go to the jack-in-the-box, and I'm going to do my Divine Ward ability, and I'm going to try and pull the iciness from its heart and ask him for his help.
All right.
Oh, no. That is a 7.
A 7. All right, so you only get 1 of the options from the Divine Ward list.
Okay, yeah. It will be a malign influence upon their mind or soul is expelled.
All right. The Jack-in-the-Box looks down at you and blinks its painted eyes, which is kind of weird to see. It looks like it has been cleared of the malign influence, in fact, but also on a partial success for Divine Ward, we do have to choose a requirement from the invocation list.
Okay.
So your deity is going to demand something from you.
Would you like me to pick one of those?
Yeah, go for it.
The experience overwhelms me. I get disadvantage on all wisdom rolls until I take some time to rest and clear my head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woof.
You have been like channeling this malign influence through your body, and it's icky, it's goopy, it's weird, it's nasty.
It smells like onions.
Yeah, you're feeling a little off kilter at this moment, but you look up in this Jack-in-the-Box's eyes as it looks down at you.
I look up at him and I say, "Friend, he just needs some love. Can you hit that bell? Bring out the Christmas love. Or no, the King Kringle love."
All right. Roll to parley with charisma.
Can I hit that bell?
Can I hit that bell?
That's the 2.
2.
Can I aid him?
How would you have proposed to aid?
I will look at him and I'll bat my eyes and I'll go, pretty please.
Taking a page out of the reindeer's book.
Yes, everyone needs love around the Kris Kringle time. King Kringle time.
All right. So, Mikey, roll a 3rd die and ignore the lowest one.
Okay. Oh, it's a 6. So 7, 8.
8. All right. So the Jack-in-the-Box is going to reveal what you can do to convince him, though it'll likely be costly, tricky, or distasteful. The Jack-in-the-Box looks down at you and says, "I never belonged here. Can you take me to the island of misfit toys after this is over?"
Anything you wish.
And with a powerful leap, you see he first like hunkers down in the box, and you hear the dun 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 dun, and goes shooting up straight towards the bell, strikes the final one, and you hear the entire song reverberating throughout the forge. Dun 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 dun. And the Grinch's heart grows 4 sizes that day.
4? No! Can I run and hold him while it's happening and keep telling him it's okay?
Growth hurts. You can do this.
You put your arms around him and you can feel tears on your shoulder as the Grinch melts, his icy heart melts away, and you hear footsteps coming from the forge. And you turn and see that King Kringle has removed his own bonds, and he looks down at all of you with a smile and nods approvingly in your direction.
Do you think this is when we each get a wish?
I'm not actually there. I'm in the corner of the room. I'm stabbing a bunch of Nutcracker dolls. I'm just like
Oh my
hacking and
gosh.
slashing.
He's not with us.
But once I've turned them all into firewood, I turn around and I go, "Wow, it's beautiful. Almost as beautiful as Pib, my one true love."
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. But yeah, King Kringle steps to each of you and reaches into his forge apron and pulls out a brightly wrapped box and places them in each of your hands and says, "Well, I'm afraid I must be on my way. I'm a little bit delayed this year, but I thank you for all of your help."
You're welcome. Look what my sweater can do. Meow.
He takes your hand in both of his and pats it with a big warm smile, and you can feel every corner of your heart being filled with warmth. And he turns back to the chute that you came down and pauses for a moment, looks back at you, and then he lays a finger aside of his nose and gives a nod, and up the chimney he goes.
Wow. Oh, I really hope that works for us. I do not want to be stuck down here.
I honestly don't know how I fit down that thing. This might be a problem.
I had to give you a little push. What did I get? What did
What did Renew wish for Christmas?
I just wanted a King Kringle figurine.
And you open up the package and you see a handwritten note that says, "Come meet me upstairs."
I run to the chute and I touch the side of my nose and I shake my head.
Close, real close.
I touch the side of my nose and I stick my tongue out. What did he do? I do not remember, my friends. Tell me.
This is like the Spider-Man scene where he's trying to figure out what to do with his hands to make the webs come out.
Go, Web, go.
I keep poking the side of my nose and I nod and I wink and
Up the chimney, you rise.
Whoa!
So Renew is off to claim his Christmas wish. Dulcrum, what is your Christmas wish from King Kringle?
The master cookbook.
Yep, you pull off the wrapping and you see the cookbook that was lost in the scuffle is in your hands.
And then I start to climb. I attempt to climb up the tube.
And as you're kind of like stuck in there, you hear a voice say, "Let me help you out with that." And there's a big bring, and Charlie shoots you all the way up the tube.
Like a pinball machine.
Yep. And Reiki, now it's just you and the Grinch. And he's also got a little package in his hands.
What did you wish for?
And he opens it up slowly, and inside you can see a box of dog treats.
Oh, that's really sweet. Do you have a dinosaur too?
Not quite, but Max has the strength of one, I can assure you.
You must really love him if you used your Christmas wish for him.
Well, my heart seems to have grown a little bit today. And he walks over to the chimney and places a finger aside his nose and gives a nod. And now you're all by yourself down here.
Well,
Well, I guess Andy's there too.
Andy's there. Well, Andy, you did pretty good today, I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, I already got what I wished for. I just wanted to have a fun time with all of my friends. Do you maybe want to open it?
He reaches down with his teeth and tears the wrappings to the side. And on the inside, you see a series of alternative hands, a bunch of mechanical robot hands.
King Kringle knows me better than I know myself. We got to go shield this. Let's go.
And you rush to the chimney and fly up into the night, leaving behind the sound of the bells chiming. And that is where we're going to conclude our adventures in the world of Dungeon World.
Yeah.
I love that.
It had it all. Action, romance.
Romance.
We saved Christmas. We saved Midwinter, everybody. Good job.
That is such a
That
fun.
was so good, Ned.
Oh, thank you.
It was so good.
It warmed my heart.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about this game is like it captures the feeling of D&D, but it's much more narrative. It flows more smoothly. It's much simpler.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of plug section. Listeners, if you like D&D, but you want something that's more narrative, something with a bit less crunch to it, I would wholeheartedly recommend Dungeon World, particularly with the Unlimited Dungeons hack. It's a good game, turns
I was
out.
gonna say the hack seems really nice. A lot more simplified.
Yeah.
I would love to do a long form campaign with this system. It seems really fun to play in.
And I can attest to that fact. I'm currently running a long-form campaign with this system. It's great. Big fan.
Big fan.
Well, everybody out there in podcast world, on the day that this is being released, Merry Christmas if you celebrate.
Merry Christmas.
And even if you don't, then happy whichever holiday you are celebrating this season. I hope that you are able to feel some warmth and some joy this holiday season. And so from all of us here at Improv Tabletop, thanks for listening. I've been Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Christian Randall, finder of true love.
McKenna Steele. I have a lot of friends, and it's great, and I love it, and I love you.
And Michael Sear, a good meal goes a long way.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop.